here is some reasons about why this happens. Yes, that's your brain. And there's a right side and a left side. Now, as you can see, they serve different functions. So the left side of the brain is more sort of logical, analytical, and really responds to verbal and written commands. Kind of useful for our process of acting. You know, when you have to understand text and dissect what's going on, then you have to be able to use that side of your brain. But here's the news. It's the other side of the brain that is much, much more useful and powerful for the purposes of acting. The right side of the brain, which is emotional, it's creative, and it's really, really crucial for you as an actor. Now, here's the thing. Here's how it responds. It doesn't respond through verbal commands. It doesn't respond through written commands. It responds through the senses. What you see, what you smell, what you hear, taste, touch, sound. That's how it responds. The reason being that when you experience things in your life, you experience them through the senses. The reason that you become emotional at any point in your life is because the senses have been engaged in an experience that you've had. That's how it's happened to you. That's how you've processed it. Therefore, it's logical to think that if you want to recreate that emotion, then you are going to have to function with that side of the brain, and you're going to have to communicate with it in a way that it understands. Now, what happens is that a lot of the time, you've got actors that are given verbal commands to the right side of the brain. They're going, look, I've got to get emotional. The camera's about to roll. I've really got to get angry. The director wants me to get upset. Come on, do it. And what happens? Nothing. And therefore, they're forced to imitate. They're forced to go through the motions. They're forced to give us a representation of what emotion looks like. But smart actors, i.e. method actors, train themselves to re-experience their lives, re-experience memories, situations, events, people, using their senses, which then triggers the experiences, triggers the emotions. Again, let me tell you, you cannot and will never, ever be able to play an emotion. It has to be created. And the only way that you're ever going to recreate it is through the senses. You're going to have to see it again. You're going to have to recreate the smell again, taste it, the sound, how somebody spoke to you. I'm sure we'll all appreciate that maybe in some part of your life you had the experience of hearing a piece of music that you've associated to a relationship in the past, and instantly it evokes some sort of emotional reaction in you. Well, there's your evidence. Okay, it happens to you in real life. All you need to do is start to understand how you can train what we would call your instrument to do it on demand, on cue, for when you really need it.